Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cavi Joseph, and I'm completing my junior year this semester and will be starting my senior year this summer in July. I'm getting my degree in health sciences so I can meet all the requirements to get into the University of South Florida Physical Therapy and Rehabilitation School. So, what is a physical therapy, you guys might be asking, and what is their scope of practice? According to the American Physical Therapy Association, the scope of practice of a physical therapist is defined as practice that is grounded in the profession's unique body of knowledge supported by educational preparation based on a body of evidence and linked to existing or emerging practice frameworks. So this basically means that a physical therapist has to be knowledgeable in what they're doing, such as body mechanics, and if what they're doing is actually going to help the patient recover in order for them to live a normal life. They work with all types of professionals, such as the ones you see on the screen: physicians, occupational therapists, surgeons, social workers, and they all come together and share the notes, make sure that the patient is getting the best care possible and that that care is effective. For example, they chart down patient notes, which helps them give them an insight about the patient before they actually meet them, so that way they know how to approach the patient. The way you would approach a patient who is recovering from a broken leg from a sports injury is not the same way you would approach a stroke victim, since the stroke victim is not as competent. So work duties that this profession consists of on a day-to-day basis is evaluating patients, giving them a diagnosis of their issue, asking the patient what their goal is of coming to physical therapy, and then establishing a recovery or preventative plan for them. Some personality traits that are strongly recommended in this field for success is having great communication skills, because you deal with all types of backgrounds, attitudes, emotions. Some of these people are just depressed, so you got to know how to approach them, talk to them, and help them cheer up. Some of the work settings that you would be at are hospice, private practice, professional sports facilities, home health, inpatient and outpatient clinics, and a whole lot more. So shadowing opportunities and clinical hours play a huge role in the success you have once you become working as a licensed physical therapist, due to the experiences that you make and the knowledge that you gain. This is why all, and if not all, and several graduate and medical schools require clinical hours, so that way you can have some background knowledge going into the field. USF in particular requires 3 different sessions of clinicals consisting of 38 weeks and 1,520 clinical hours. Before you can even get into accredited physical therapy school, you have to get a bachelor's degree at a 4-year institution. And your bachelor's degree can be in basically anything you want. It can be in art, it can be in psychology. You just have to meet the prerequisites for the physical therapy school that you want to go to, and then you'll hopefully get in. For example, one of the physical therapists I shadow at the VA got her degree in psychology, and now she's a physical therapist. So that shows that you don't need to have a specific degree in order to get into the school. So graduating from an accredited physical therapy program alone does not give you that title of being called Doctor of Physical Therapy in your name. You have to take an exam called the National Physical Therapy Exam, which is a 5-hour exam that consists of 250 questions with one scheduled 15-minute break. 50 of these questions are pre-test questions, so they do not count. But you won't know which questions are the pre-test questions, so it's best to answer every single question to your best of your knowledge. The scoring range is 200 to 800 with a minimum score of 600 to pass. You have a limit of 6 times to take the exam in your lifetime before you have to choose a different career. And if you score a 400 or lower twice on this exam, this is deemed as a very low score and you will not be able to take the exam ever again. Retaking the test that many times or failing it at all is very rare, because the graduate schools get students so prepared that currently the passing rate is at 93% according to the Federation of State Boards in Physical Therapy. So you guys may be wondering, do they have job security? Do a lot of people get hired? Well, this field has a 100% job hiring rate, and currently there are approximately 210,000 licensed physical therapists throughout the United States, and that number is expected to jump to 34%, reaching 700,000 by 2024. This field has a high demand and is growing faster than all other professional occupations. And according to the Labor Bureau statistics, the average wage is $85,000 annually, and it's only growing from there. So when you're a physical therapist, you don't just get your license and you're done. You have to do continuing medical learning and certification to maintain your license. You take these tests every two or so years, and you do them through work. They do trains with you, and you have to be familiar with the equipment that you're working with, since technology is always advancing. The American Physical Therapy Association and the Federation of State Boards of Physical Therapy are two renowned organizations that prepare you for the license and examination. So here is a 5-year plan of what I need to do in order to get to where I'm at and where I want to be in the physical therapy, as you can see on the slide. So a few last things I have to say is, after concluding this timeline and doing all the research to find the accurate and credible information, I realized the project was extremely beneficial. At first, I was not looking forward to doing that at all, because I thought it was just going to be a waste of my time to lay out a 5-year plan when I could just experience it as the years go by. I'm glad this final project was required, because it really helped expand my knowledge and helped me get familiar with all the requirements that are needed to meet before I can actually have the title Doctor of Physical Therapy in my name. This class was a great experience with extraordinary guest speakers and wonderful teacher assistant and a professor. I strongly recommend this class to everybody, even if you're not in the health track, because you may change your mind after taking it. I thought I liked physical therapy then, but I definitely love it now, because it requires everything that defines me as an individual when it comes to helping others out. And here are my references.